I made it. Oh, Lord. Sorry. I have no excuse. I just suck at time management. Oh, baby. It's so hot outside. I'm sweating. Oh, Lord. I feel weird even like doing a video when there's so much shit going on in the world. Like, let me just get on my YouTube channel. Ew. Can we go back to when I used to talk calmly? I don't talk politics. People are like, oh no. I don't talk politics on my channel ever. That's a lie. I absolutely do. I shouldn't, but I do. Uh, I won't say anything else. Yesterday, sorry, I don't want to be triggered and say some shit. We're moving on. We're moving on. If you guys don't follow my Substack, I'm lagging, okay? But I'm currently working on way too many things as of like the past couple days. I'm doing an entire thing on Palestine, the Israeli and Palestinian conflict muffin. Put a one in the chat if you know what that's from. Politics is downstream from culture. It is. It is. But there's certain topics that I don't like to touch. Well, I like them, but if I don't know, do you ever watch YouTube videos or you watch things that are trending and you find that no, I can't say. I can't say. Mm, never mind. It's an important thing, but never mind. Anyways, I'm working on an entire unbiased. I said I wasn't going to do it. I said I wasn't going to do it. But an unbiased analysis on the whole Palestine thing. Anyways, the other things I was working on are the Brian Koberger case. We don't really do crime here sometimes, but I'll be doing an entire deep dive on that on my Substack. I'm actually almost done with it. That's why I didn't do a video yesterday. I was in the rabbit hole. What else? Also finishing a piece on I was actually going to go live earlier today because I could use some help with the thesis or the topic, whatever. I already made a thesis, made a thesis for it and stuff, but I'm, I'm like, there's got to be people on in the audience that know the realm I'm trying to go in. Pull it up, actually. I'm trying to, I need a really good title that encompasses well, I'll tell you what the title is right now. I don't like it, but exploring biological determinism, male aggression, nonviolent individuals, infidelity, and crimes of passion. But what I really want it to be is it has to have more like sound it out, bitch. Jesus. It's the first time I'm talking today. Shocker. I feel like it always is. I need a life. But what I'm trying to do is talk about how the legal system, in terms of like criminality, has evolved for a while, but more in like but specifically first degree murder, second degree murder. Tori, why the fuck are you going on this topic? Hear me out. But how with the rise of feminism, sorry, can you tell I didn't take my meds? With the rise of feminism, so by empowering women, we have inadvertently, like secretly, I'm pulling terms, but it's gonna sound like shit. Just maybe you guys can put it together. Inadvertently, like oppressed men. Also in regards to like biological determinism. So what's the point? So I'm trying to write a piece about how men can commit crimes of passion out of rage. Maybe they walk in on their wife with another man and he kills the man. And historically, this has been something that has been accounted for under patriarchal structures. But since we're moving into feminism, we want men, like the correct way to do things would be the female centric way. And how when you try to make men adopt the same thing when they have actual physical impulses, testosterone, for example. Oh no, not the fucking microphone again. Um, like when because men cannot help necessarily a reaction that they might not even think they're capable of. Like, uh, like isn't that oppressive? It's not the way I want to word it. The tricky part that I'm having is like I don't know how to put it in like a feminist lens. That sounds bad, but like how we look at men in the legal system under a feminist lens, unless there's another word for doing it the women's way, women's the right way. Like gynocentric, maybe, but um Tori, I would never commit a crime. Well, that's the thing is you don't know that you could because men have an insatiable desire of ownership and control. It was a play on, actually, if you're curious, where I really started from it was a play on Rollo's essay on the endowment effect and how men have this innate desire to own women, not in a bad way. Just like there's that ownership trait. And so that's why I was like biological determinism. It's like if you know he was going to do it, he was going to do it. No, I'm just kidding. But there's things that even though men could be like, convince themselves, yeah, I would never do it. Well, what happens when you react on those impulses? Because like back in the day, they had laws that was like, yes, this is clearly not premeditated. But the more that we move into the new era, that's those lines are getting so blurred. I don't even think it's really a feminist thing. I think it's a people thing, but there's that feminist undertone, obviously, because Steven Pinker. It's like assuming that we're the same and we're not. So, but then I think about it, I'm like, I'm going to have feminists be like, well, they should just know not to kill people. And it's like, yeah, no shit. And they're like, so how are they oppressed? And I get that. But is it just to assess? I don't know. Maybe you guys come up with some shit. I don't know how to word it. Thanks, Sean. Love you. We are territorial and possessive by nature. Yeah, yeah, y'all are, but so am I. So it's not the worst thing. I'm not confident that if I walked in on my husband with a younger bitch that I wouldn't pull out a Glock and kidding, kidding. I have to be careful. I'm gonna go to my doctor, like, "You gotta increase my meds." I'm starting to say impulsive shit. Anyways, another title I had just on top of it, it was like, "My body, not my choice," and then biological or assessing nonviolent males aggression in something, biological determinism or something. I was like, if I pull a slogan from like the feminist arsenal, then maybe I could do something creative that's like making you think of the gender. I asked Chat GPT, they're like, it's a gender bias. I was like, wouldn't it be like selective? I didn't know that's what that meant. But well, I knew that, but it just doesn't like when I hear the word gender bias, it's just like usually in regards to purposeful, like double standards. I don't know. I guess it does. I'll shut up. Shut up, bitch. Okay, so Fresh and Fit took my advice in other news. Kidding. Have they done this show before? Did you guys see this? They started I don't know if it's a dating show or they just brought on a female dating coach. I caught a little bit of it. I thought we could give our honest feedback on it because I've been thinking about ideas for them. Not like I would tell them, but hey, I kind of like the debate stuff. I feel like that stuff's so necessary right now. It's like, do we really want to give feedback on, like, give feedback to men on how they can pick up women better live? It's like all the men are going to be nervous. Love you, but that's just how it is. I've seen it more times than I've opened a Bud Light. Okay. So it's like, mm, mm. I didn't like the camera lineup. I'm just thinking of the first couple of things I noticed. I found it hard to pay attention. Maybe you guys might. We'll see. Um, I really want to see Myron with like someone funny and like unhinged, but like also not unhinged. I don't know. Like, there's a lot of girls on TikTok where I'm like, "Damn, they'd be funny." I know a lot of people are like, "Women aren't funny." There's some funny comedians. Like, the girl that was on the Whatever podcast recently with was she on Rachel's episode? She was an older comedian. I think she was a comedian. Like, someone like her. Like, I call these women Tammy. I have names for everybody that comes to the bar. I don't know her, but they're kind of like the divorcee overly tan. I don't even think she was tan, but like overly tan. One of those sag bags that like go on your shoulder. Uh, like either a double kettle soda, splash of crayon, extra lime, or Captain and Diet Coke, something like that. Where she's at the bar every day. But man, is she funny. She's drunk, but isn't she funny? Not like a drunk, but because here's the issue. I don't know. They're in a hard position. I would not trust anybody to bring on. So I don't know. Because it's like, what if shit goes down? It's hard to predict people that would just not fuck you over, I guess. I don't know. When all the stuff with Pearl went on, just like watching Pearl and shit, I'm just like, dude, as soon as somebody has like, oh, there goes my light. Should I not talk about this? No, like when like you'd be surprised who's cool with you until they're not, and then how they want to like make money off of like a fallout or something. I don't know. YouTube gives you trust issues. Me specifically. The intrusive thoughts are winning. Men as a whole are getting better. Women are finally allowed to mainstream their opinions, and so there's growing pains that happen when a gender has never had to be introspective about behaviors. Facts. I'm solipsistic as fuck. Is that what you're trying to say? That in and of itself was solipsistic of me to just assume. I hate it here. I remember when I first started, I'm like, I don't want to be like a solipsistic. I don't want to be like the other girls. And the whole time, every time I've had a thought, I'm like, I'm going to get called out for it, but I'm going to do it anyway because that's women. I'm not going to hide myself. So, anyways, let's pull it up. They currently have Richard Cooper on. So, if this is boring, which it might be, I caught the last of it and the chat was so mean. They were not happy. But let's see. Let's. Oh, wait, shit. I'm sorry. Also, if you guys have ideas for Fresh and Fit, constructive criticism, put it in the chat. I find that like success is on the other side of service. Like you definitely have to, I don't know, somehow give back, provide value. Sorry. Wake up, bitch. Should I make a fucking margarita?
A portion of that, let me just be very clear about this one more time because people still don't get it. Guys, the majority of the content is going to be free and it's going to stay free. The Money Mondays, the dating shows on Wednesdays, the Friday guests, etc. All that's going to be free. The only thing that's going to go behind a paywall is a portion of after hours. However, we're not just going to give you guys after hours. We're going to give you guys live updates, news. I'm going to be tweeting on that locals. I'm already starting to tweet in there the stuff that I can't even tweet on X. I put on there on Castle Club. We're going to be having Zoom calls weekly or bi-weekly where you guys can ask us questions. We answer them. Coaching calls. We're going to have live meetups where you will only be able to come to these live meetups if you're a Castle Club member, guys. Okay, so we're going to be doing meetups where.
Wait, did I misspeak? No, we don't have beef. I just remembered like watching her and literally all these people from it's like all over TikTok were just coming out of the woodworks just to say something. It was always inaccurate too. It was like duly noted. I don't want to be popular.
It's going to be like dating workshops, fitness workshops. If you want to be an influencer, we're going to open up like an influencer academy. We're going to teach you guys how to become viral. And we're actually going to give away some of our trade secrets, which we never have done before.
We might sign you to the platform if you're good. So keep that in mind.
For all you guys that want to become influencers. And then we're also going to do yacht parties, all this stuff, live events, all that stuff is going to be there. Also, we're trying to build a community, guys. What I want is the
only beef I have with Pearl right now is the fact that she lives in motherfucking London. Okay. We live pretty close to each other and it's quiet out here.
Castle Club chapters in major cities in the United States. We can come visit you guys. We already got a stable in Dallas. We did a meetup over there. Yeah. We want other Castle Club chapters all over the country where we can go. Fly to y'all. We do meetups. We do throw parties, etc. Like do an open
Canada's
Q&A.
Next, by the way.
Canada, etc. So that's what we want, guys. We want a community. When we do the Zoom calls, matter of fact, we might even do one after today's show. Yeah. We got a little bit more time.
We're giving away $500, $100 to 5 people in Castle Club.
We're giving away. We're doing giveaways. Yeah. And the Castle Club as well. When you do Zoom calls, guys, I want everyone to drop where they're from because I know one of the big things that I noticed when we do the calling shows and you guys actually talk to us is, hey, Martin, where do I find like-minded guys? Hey, where can I network with individuals that are RP aware and aren't Simps and aren't Blue Pill? Guess what? Castle Club is going to be that place now. We're going to be putting all our effort and focus into Castle Club. That's community. We're going to build it. And again, you can get in for only $17 a month, man, and your grandfather in, or you can go ahead and get in for a year. And it'll be $97, but it's going to reset to whatever the yearly price is. So if you want something consistent, guys, just get the $17 a month, man. Get it now while you can because it's going to shoot up to $35 after tomorrow. It's going to shoot up to $35 after tomorrow.
Is it too fast?
That's double the price of Hulu and Netflix. Well, Netflix and Hulu isn't going to give you a community. Hulu and Netflix is going to teach you how to make money. Hulu and Netflix is going to teach you how to become an influencer and make a bunch of money. They're not going to give you the community. They're blue pilled on Netflix. If anything, they're going to push more of the LGBT, all this weird stuff, feminism agenda that they're pushing right now.
Yep.
We're teaching you guys how to become the best version of yourselves. You guys going to be able to meet us in person, everything.
Audio quiet
with us. It's going to be on Castle Club. So it's not just after hours, it's all the other stuff as well that you're going to be able to get in there, the community, guys. So castleclub.tv, man, get in there. We're going to go hard as hell in there. We're probably going to have a Zoom call after this because we got a little bit of extra time. I think 8 of them are going to come in a little bit later.
Yes.
So.
And then the last point here for the OGs and Castle Club, we're giving you actually a chance to come to Miami with us in studio, watch a live show, chill with the boys, and have a good time. So if you're OG from Castle Club from back in the day, we got you, bro. We got you.
Don't worry. We're going to run a sweepstakes specifically for y'all that were here from the beginning, man. Yep. So, guys, I mean, at this point, if you want to sit there and say, yours is a money grab and we hate you guys, whatever, you probably never rock with us anyway. You're probably an Albert and Preacher, Ethan Decline fan, and you got paid to come in our chat and talk a bunch of crap, and that's fine. It is what it is. But the real ones know that it's not cheap to run this. I showed earlier while I was on stream, 46K that I had spent already on running the podcast. In the past 16 days, it's not cheap to run this, guys.
Yeah.
There's a reason why you guys see it run the way it does, very smoothly. Things are happening behind the scenes that you guys don't even see. Girls are getting kicked out. I don't have to get up. Like all this stuff that you guys don't see, you're able to enjoy the show at a very high quality because it's not cheap to run, guys. And the fact that people are even sitting here saying, well, just get rid of the staff. It's like, okay, sure. Let's just do that. Let's just cripple a business because you don't want to pay for a fucking subscription service. Like, come on, man. Like, incredible.
And listen, as creators, we made mistakes. We're not perfect, but at the same time, we add a lot of value, so we got you guys.
Yeah, man. And if you guys want the interviews, you guys want the edgy guests, etc., the Tommy Sotomayers, the Nick Fuentes, all that stuff, guess what? We have to be independent, guys. That is what it is, man. Anyway, let's get into the dating show, guys.
Let's go.
I don't want to get in trouble. Skip that.
So, but not any dating show, a fresh match with fresh and fit. Welcome back, guys. MK, how you doing today?
I'm doing awesome. I'm super excited to see these couples today.
And we added some props here on the actual stream. You see this button?
Has she been on Fresh and Fit before?
Right here. If you're not going to be a match, we're going to say, you're out. You're not a match. Anyhow, MK, tell us about dating nowadays. What's your expectations and what's happening in dating marketplace?
You know, it's interesting. I was actually on a virtual blind dating show last night. I got asked to comment on it. And there was a guy who's like, and this is such a problem with most singles today. He's like, yeah, man, there's just so much dating advice out there, like, I don't know which one to take, It's like, someone's telling me to do this, someone's telling me to do that. And guys, and those watching, you probably can relate to that. At the end of the day, just do what feels right. Like, I know it sounds so cliche, but if someone's like spitting out some garbage, you're like, really? Is that how I should pick?
Ma'am, if you tell them to be themselves, they're going to be like, I literally took a video of you at the bar because I want to jack off to it later. I'm just kidding. No, they say if you tell them to be themselves, they're going to come up to us full-fledged boners, just like, I think you're really attractive. Love you. It's just the vibes.
Pick up a girl, but like, you're like, I can't see myself doing that. Don't do it because it's going to come across as cheesy and forced. And that's like so unattractive. It's not even funny. So take the advice in this whole social media era that we live that resonates with you and disregard the rest.
I would say as well, if you're going to take advice from somebody, make sure they actually have the results that you want, but also whatever they tell you, does it work? Like, for example, if I give you a method of talking to girls, it doesn't work, then obviously it's not going to work for anybody else. But in the same time, if it works, then okay, I could try this again, different ways. So it's all about using things that actually work for you as an individual.
Definitely.
Granted, today we're going to do an icebreaker challenge again.
Yes.
Some questions here.
Can I add something? Because I don't know if I've ever said it, but the tricky thing about giving dating advice is that there's no guarantee. And men, you being logical and shit, you always want a formula. Always. And like, you're like, oh, this guy, he gets a lot of girls, blah, blah, blah. Guys, everybody's been saying that about Dan Bilzerian, for instance. And I've literally said, I don't know if I've talked about this I don't think we talked about it for a while, actually. But he pays those girls. And I know he does. He's well known in the industry. And I was offered to work some, I forget the name. What's the name of his company? Does he still have it? Like the Longhorns? I don't know. It was some bowl. It's like, whatever. It was during my peak. Anyways, so it's like people think, oh, just go to the one with the results. Be very cautious before you do that. Because I'll tell you, even the guys who look like they have it all suck at approaching. Everybody does. Approaching, the people that stand out in my head are like the funny guys. You could be fat, skinny, doesn't matter. The funny guys that are usually related to women, like have sisters, they do the best. But you can get advice from women. You can get advice from men. Do they have the results you want? I just don't know if that's the best advice. Because with that logic, well, no, I won't go there. I don't know. It seems like good advice, but like if somebody gives you advice and it sounds applicable to you, you're like, actually, I think I could do that. Do it. Because there is no formula to say that's definitely going to work. Okay. Hey, you dropped something. Your standards. Hi, I'm Tori.
So we have some guests here on the panel right now. We have Emily and Dylan. So we'll start with the intros. Name, age, we do for a living, and
You're so short. Why would I want to talk to you? Yeah, but you know, I don't have to kneel to motorboat you. Make it weird. Just kidding. What was that one? Give me short jokes to say back to women that are like, you're just like kind of short.
we'll go from Dylan first.
My name
Tempered, bitch. Give me your number.
is Dylan. I'm an
Sorry.
image consultant and I'm 26. And as an image consultant, I help people elevate their personal brand
Mhm.
on
The women around Dan Bilzerian, allegedly. Do I ever gossip? Yeah. The women are paid. They've always been paid. It's not like they're paid by his company to surround themselves with him, to take the Instagram photos. People think that he's like, oh, he gets to fuck so many women. I'm not even saying he hasn't. I'm just saying it's really convenient when you're paying girls. Tori, are they escorts? I don't think it's the same, but like I said, like they could fuck, you know? It's almost like hiring a bunch of sugar babies for Instagram.
online image.
Is this not known? Oh,
Okay.
Yeah.
my bad.
Emily?
I'm Emily. I'm 26 and I coach women with insecure attachment styles. So maybe you've heard of like anxious attachment, avoidant attachment, things like that. So I coach them to become healthier so that they can attract healthier relationships.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay, so question for both of you. Why do you want to find love and why do you want to be with somebody?
I want to find love because I think it's important to form a relationship with someone and be able to be there for each other. And when you can't handle something on your own, it's important to have someone to support you and just being able to guide you through those tough moments and also be able to have
Fresh, you got to do like, okay. If you were to murder somebody, hypothetically, what would be your murder weapon and why?
fun with each other, go on adventures,
I'm
be able to
psycho.
learn from each other. I think there's a lot to gain from having a relationship.
Okay, well said.
Jesus.
Emily?
Yes, Sean.
Yeah, I
perfect.
think there's something
Yes.
very just inherently like human about wanting a partner. And I know, for example, a lot of women, they have this like really deep desire to be a mom. And while I do have that, I've just always known that like a fulfilling long-term partnership is one of the things that is like one of the biggest dreams and goals of my life. I think there was another part of your question that I might have forgotten.
That's actually pretty
That
good,
was good.
actually.
That
That's
was good.
awesome.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, we can all agree here
Thank you.
dating's kind of almost like dead. It's tough out here.
Don't say
However,
that.
however, we're going to bridge the gap here on the show and see it live.
Yeah.
So we'll do a 5-minute timer here, an icebreaker challenge between both of you guys here. I'll start the clock right now and let it rip. But hold on, if you need some help.
Yes.
some-
So I'm going to set you up if you want. Okay. They're here to support you. So we're going to give you 2 icebreakers each.
Yes.
Go for it if you want to. If you already got a question that you know you want to ask Emily, or Emily, you know you want to ask Dylan, go for it.
All right. You guys ready? We'll start timer right now.
There we go.
5 minutes.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Ooh, I see myself probably still living here in Florida. I moved here a little less than a year ago. Really love it so far. And I see myself continuing to grow my business. It's something I'm really passionate about. And it's just so fulfilling that I get to help women really change the trajectory of their lives and their relationships. And I hopefully see myself maybe married at that point. But obviously, there are things that are within my control and things that aren't. So those are the main things.
That's cool.
I was going to ask you the same thing reflexively, but I think I might use one of mine. What's a hidden talent that you have?
Pogo
A
sticking.
hidden talent that I have is that I'm really good at being entrepreneurial. So just being able to find the best
I'm really good at stepping on people to get what I want. Would have been a better answer.
approaches in life, being able to minimize uh, time and being efficient and just
Can't relate.
it's a weird thing, but yeah, just being entrepreneurial.
Yeah, no, I totally get that. That's cool that we have that in common. It definitely like changes your perspective on so many things. I
Yeah.
feel like, you know. Oh, do you want to ask another one?
Yeah, what made you move to Miami, and what are you looking to get out of being here?
Yeah, I feel like it was kind of divine intervention. So I'm originally
no.
from the Atlanta area, but I actually moved from Nashville. I went to school there, lived there for many years, really loved it
Aw.
for a while. And then it just became very, very hard to keep living there. Like all my housing situations kept falling through. And I literally just had this feeling like I was supposed to move to like Miami, which was so bizarre because I'd only visited like once or twice.
Can't get a signed lease, but let's just fucking dip to Miami, yo. Sorry.
And ultimately, when I moved here, things just kind of fell into place. And so for right now, it just feels like it's where I'm supposed to be. Like,
Feels.
you know, like the stars have aligned in a way.
What's your sign?
So,
Okay.
Awesome.
let's see. Would you call yourself a saver or a spender?
I am a spender. I used to be a saver, but I'm definitely a spender now because I try to utilize all my money and all my assets and put it to its optimal use.
Do you guys think that he's being honest there? I kind of. Maybe I'm wrong, but I find guys do this thing and they want to give the answer they think that they want. And so they're like, "Oh, I'm spending it to seem like they're more fun." It's like, you know, you look rich either way. Like there's no losing. I don't know. Sometimes maybe I'm just being too observant. Or
So I
critical.
think saving is, I don't think people who are rich don't really save. They use it to invest and to generate more revenue and more income and more assets. How about yourself?
Yeah, I think that makes sense. Yeah, I would tend to agree. I think especially that's
Does anybody know the brand of his glasses or his shirt?
a pretty natural trajectory when you, I don't know, think about money a certain way and then you kind of become an entrepreneur. I think there's a tendency for a lot of people to like sit on money and
Yeah, I hear you, King. Yeah, a bit too honest. This is a date, not a job interview at Torshaa. I've told women before, ladies, we are so fun. Don't listen to what people say. We're so fun. Bring the same energy to first dates. I could never go and sit and talk about myself. So, what do you do? I'm a degenerate. Oh, like, what are your hobbies? Do you want my fake answer? Like my resume answer? Or like the real one, the real one. I cry probably like a couple times a week for fun. I'm just kidding. It's like I guess that's one skill that I'm really good at just because I was a bartender and like there was so many awkward moments of being like half naked in 2 o'clock p.m. at a bar and a man alone who's just in the direction. I'm just like, want to hear a joke? Like when they talk about the weather, I'm like, tell me a conspiracy. You know, I don't want to talk about the fucking weather. I get it. You all you men keep the weather channel on at all hours, even when you're not home. I know you.
kind of hoard it. And then when you realize that
Have
like
you ever been in a tornado?
your safest asset, you're like, I'm just going to dump all this money into like my own skills and my business and things like that. So yeah, I
Alright.
would say a little bit more of a
We
spender.
got 3
now.
minutes left on the
Yeah,
clock.
real quick, this is a hot topic, by the way, finances, okay? As we know, I mean, Google it, it's either the number one and number two reason why marriages end in divorce, finances. So yeah,
Show me your tax returns. Trying to see something. Show me some big stubs. It's like people can just does that mean I have baggage if I just assume everybody's lying? I have literally no evidence to prove that to be true. Like literally none. I don't lie. Do I think that women are lying? No. It just seems like, I don't know. I've always operated very differently from people, just having ADD, for instance. So I forget that normal people do this shit. Never mind.
Yeah, how important is that to have a conversation in the early stages of dating for you guys? And have you been proactive about that in the past?
I don't think I've been too proactive in the past. I'd like to, just being able to work on my business and, focus on that and being able to provide for those in my family and those I'm in a
Are
relationship
you
with.
reading ChatGPT, King? Relax. You don't have to like banter. Like, we don't have to know why you want to do something.
But I think it is important to, if I'm looking for a long-term relationship, to talk about finances and how we want to go about that. So I think it's definitely important.
Let's be honest here. Do people actually talk about that generally when they date, or it just like happens to pop up every now and then with issues?
Wait, what?
I feel like when I've seen this come up, it's often been because there's tension
Mhm.
around it.
Yeah.
I don't think many people are very proactive about it. And I mean, I can say that I haven't been either. And this is a very good question. Like,
You
this
know
is something
what,
I could work
you know what
on.
we should ask? What's your credit score on the first date? And that'll tell me all you know about you. But yeah,
Wait,
okay.
actually, someone did that
Really?
last night. Yeah, he's like, I think it's normal to ask that question. The girl's like, don't do that on the first date.
Because typically,
Damn. I would let you fuck up my credit.
if you got a bad credit score, you're a bad person. Just saying. You don't pay your
Interesting.
bills. You be doing other stuff. You know what I'm saying? But hey, I'm just saying. Yep.
You categorize as a bad person. You know what? Everyone's got a story like
Yeah.
behind their credit. For example, yeah, I don't know. You gotta be honest with it. You gotta come with like, if someone tells me they got less than like, if they got like 400 or something, it's like, what are you doing?
Hold
about
on.
that?
Let's break the ice here. What gender is the worst with money? Men or women?
Uh-oh. Women on average have better credit scores than men. I'll double check. I remember that's what it was 6 months ago. I'll check right now.
In your opinion?
In my opinion, I think probably women, honestly.
Okay. What about you?
I used to think it was men.
Being honest here. Be honest here.
It's hard for me to say
Oh.
like one or the other because I think a lot of it has to do with like each individual's relationship with money.
If
They're
you're gonna
neck
guess
and
at,
neck. I remember I always grew up thinking men were better with money until I came, and that when I heard about the consumer reports and women on average spend more of the household income because they're the shoppers or whatever, I went down this like rabbit hole of stats. I think was it Pew? I forget. And it blew my mind because I always thought men were just really good with money. They don't have to buy makeup, right? It totally did not cross my mind that men spend more on dates. Men get the beer for parties. I like that. I didn't even think of that, but I was like, whoa, women have a better credit score. I'm surprised. I feel like we'd be more susceptible to like store cards or something. I've luckily never had one, but I've heard horror stories. Ladies in the chat, have you ever been a victim of Victoria's Secret credit card? Tell us. I heard that shit's brutal.
average between men and women, generally speaking, what would it be? Come on, girl.
You want me to say women? I don't know.
No. You tell me. You tell me.
I genuinely do think it depends on the individual. And I think that there definitely there could be women who maybe don't understand the value of money if
How
they
dare
aren't
you!
the ones who are perhaps more in the provider role or they haven't really had to provide for themselves. On the other side of that, I
Misogyny.
also think that there are men who will like throw money at women
Mhm.
because they're trying to win them and they don't really have a
They're
great
living in
like
efficiency.
self-concept.
You should work in PR. You're very good. No questions. Okay.
She's a good
Last
communicator,
round
for
here.
sure.
Fire round. 1 minute left. Let's go. And by the way, if you want to leave at any point, press the button and that person will leave actually. So whoever
Yeah,
wants
we
to.
forgot to mention that. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Buzzer.
We get rolled away.
pretty much. Okay. Go ahead.
So what are you looking forward to do the next year?
Ooh, definitely continue growing my business, but also life just feels so fulfilling at this point in time. I have really, really amazing friends. We all just like are challenging each other to grow and continue to evolve as humans and just to continue dating and getting to know myself more, continuing to grow. I also have a cat that I took in recently who just had kittens.
Oh,
I'm gonna have one.
And so seeing them grow up will be fun. And yeah, Mary Kate is getting one of them.
during
you wanna
this entire conversation, I know I've been pausing it a lot, but I've noticed there's a lot of these, I don't know if they're beliefs, but they're kind of, I don't know, derogatory shit that's said in the red pill, for lack of a better word. I don't care. You know, I don't care, but like, oh, she's gonna end up with cats and shit. And I noted that there's a lot of things that she has said that if you've been in the space for a long time, you might be like, oh shit, maybe I am a little bit radical. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, oh, she took in a cat, and that alone should be cute and exciting and fun. But like, I don't know. What do you guys think? Just me?
Kitten.
Yeah, if you want a kitten, she had 6. I
Dylan,
think most of them have homes.
Do you even like cats or do you like dogs more?
I honestly like cats more.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
Yeah.
This is a big thing in common, by the way.
Dylan's
You're a
smart, by the way.
dog or you're a cat.
Dylan's very
You can sometimes smell if somebody has a dog or a cat. Sometimes. But you can always smell if there's a cat living there. I don't know how to word that.
smart for saying that.
I grew up with cats, so
Okay. I like it. I like it.
So
Oh,
do
oh.
I get to?
Yeah, go ahead.
Go for it.
Okay.
Last one.
Who is a woman in your life that you deeply admire, and what do you admire about her?
Ooh.
Melania Trump. She has banging style.
I think the woman I would deeply admire is my mom, just naturally, just because my mom and dad are divorced, and my mom just stepped up and raised me, and my older sister also raised me. So
Promise keeper.
I have 2 sisters and 1 mom, and I grew up with all of them. So I just deeply admire
True.
the women in my family who helped raise me and help provide for me while I was learning.
King, this is something that I always saw in the red pill. Getting to know herself more equals hoe out. I don't know who started this. I think it's because men see women in their peak, 19, 20, 21 years, and they assume that women are fucking all these dudes. And you'll hear them be like, I don't want to settle down yet. Like, I would just want to find myself. What that translates to is I'm trying to figure out my major, trying to figure out how to commute to school, or if I'm going to go to school full time. I'm trying to balance making new friends in a new place if you're in college or whatever. I'm trying to balance school. I don't know why like a lot of people think that means hoe out. You're not the first one to say that. To find yourself means to like to sculpt an identity, if anything. Not your core sense of identity, but something that brings you fulfillment.
And educating myself in school. So my mom has worked a lot, and definitely want to be working hard here in Miami to provide back for her and my family.
Okay.
Very
We'll stop it there.
respectable.
So, Dylan, Emily, would you go on a first date with this person? Yes or no?
Yes.
Would you?
Also, yes.
Great.
All right.
So think of a
Like it.
first date. Dylan, where you want to take her? And we'll plan that next time, okay?
Okay.
Cool.
All
Awesome.
right.
Good job.
Thanks, guys. Thanks.
Thanks. All right, next. MK,
Yes.
what do you think so far?
I liked it. I liked it. There was good banter.
Mhm.
It like they didn't feel awkward asking pretty interesting, non-surface level questions. You
Yeah.
know, they were comfortable. They didn't,
I think
clam up.
Dylan was a bit nervous.
I agree.
Because he was still on point, but he was almost like, let me ease into it a little bit more, but he wasn't there yet.
It wasn't smooth. It was a little rigid. You see
Yeah.
leaving the body
Kind of
language.
like robotic like. But I
Yeah.
think most guys are going to be like that because they're on a date for the first time.
Ladies, it's up to you to make the guy more comfortable. I'll die on that hill. I have literally approached hundreds and thousands of people. The most awkward people you can think of, having the most awkward silences. When a woman shows that it's okay to like I don't know, like If a guy's really shy and he comes up to the bar with his head down on his phone, I already know what he's trying. He doesn't know what to order. He's Googling something. I'm just like, can I just make you something? And I'm like, sir, over here. And he's like, oh, sorry. And I'm like, yeah, I see your phone. He's like, oh. I'm like, who is she? And then they're like, ha 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 ha. And then they're like at ease. You can almost see them like relax their shoulders. I don't know why that is. Is it because you guys are just shy? Or is it because most women are mean? I don't know. Like, oh, why are you looking at me like that? Don't get me wrong. I've been to so many bars and I get triggered every single time. The art of bartending is dying. They look miserable. I don't think it used to be like that though.
It's like, oh, she's hot, she's cute. I don't know if I want to mess this up. Let me
Yeah.
just talk slower, you know. So it happens. As a
Yeah.
guy, it does happen.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But if
Sales.
you want to get around that, guys, this is a trick that is a little bit unconventional. You go home, you
Take a shot of whiskey or tequila. No.
you gotta kind of like jerk the chicken a little bit, get out the way,
Yeah.
and then come into it refreshed.
Oh, really? Really?
That way you're not focused on, you know, let's say,
Okay.
like, I already did my thing, you feel me? So
All right. Everyone's got their
There you go.
style.
it works in different
guys.
ways. Welcome,
Hello, how are
welcome
you?
guys.
Welcome. So,
Eddie and Erica.
yeah. So at any point, guys, if you want to buzz the other person, if you're not feeling it, with all due respect, there's no hate here.
So this is the life support for your life, actually. So if you want to get them away from you, press this button right here. And some questions here for you. These.
Here we go. All right, guys, we're going to provide you with 2 questions, icebreakers. Feel free to use them. Feel free to use your own. And
Well,
ladies first.
Let's do the
go ahead.
intros real quick. Name, age,
Oh,
what
yes.
you do for a living, and then why do you want to find love?
Okay, I'm Erica. I'm 31. I'm an event planner, and
Oh, fun.
I guess love would be
Event planners. If you're like, I would never date an event planner. They are so connected, equivalent to bartenders. They're so connected with all the right people, great people to be friends with. Don't use them, but just they'll introduce you and they'll like network for you, literally on your behalf. It's great.
just the cherry on top of my life right now.
And they're good to bring to events, charities, work events.
So,
No.
Okay.
yeah.
Eddie?
I'm Eddie. I'm 28 tomorrow.
Oh,
Oh,
happy
wow.
I'm a
birthday.
personal trainer, and thank you. And I don't know. I think it's hard to find love out here in Miami.
It's tough.
It's tough for sure.
It's funny. We go to the same gym for boxing. Shout out to Eddie, man.
Oh, okay.
Awesome guy.
Okay.
Okay, so we'll start the
Fit
clock.
guy is nice.
5 minutes on the clock. Icebreaker challenge. Just talk, get to know each other, and then questions are here if you need help. And if you want them out of here, here's the button. Let's go.
So,
Okay. What is the funniest thing you've done in the last week?
the funniest thing I've done. I don't know. Like, I don't really do anything too funny.
Came here to find love next. Came to Fresh and Fit to find my soulmate. Come on, Eddie. Get it together.
I guess I live a simple life. I go out. I
You live in Miami, you're a liar. Come on, girl. Fuck with him.
train my clients because I'm a personal trainer, like I said. But go home, just kind of relax after that. Funny? I don't know if there's anything too funny about that.
Boring.
Pretend we're not here. It's just you
Oh,
guys.
sorry.
right?
Yeah,
my bad, yeah.
Imagine the lights are off and I'm black. Like you can't see me. Go ahead. Just saying.
No, that's good. But yeah, you know what? Let me find another question.
Okay.
Oh, that's a good one. Have you ever ghosted someone?
Mm.
I have not.
Oh, I know everything about this man. Eddie, I'm rooting for you. Bartending can make you, I don't know if it's jaded. I don't know, but ooh, this is a good one. Have you ever ghosted anybody before? Just like something about it tells me that he's a little possessive, or is hurt easily. Don't tell anyone that. I would have been like, "What's ghosting?" Oh, somebody that just doesn't want to talk to you anymore? Can't relate.
Not actually. I don't believe in ghosting. I feel like I would rather be a very authentic person, and if it makes me look a little too vulnerable.
Stop the cap.
Or emotional.
A follow-up question. Okay, so let's say that we don't match. We're not a thing. But I annoy you on Facebook for the rest of eternity. You wouldn't ghost me? Lies. Liar. Liar.
I would rather be perceived as that and keep my humanity.
I respect.
Sean, what's ghosting? Smooth. I'm telling y'all, I might be a bitch, but I actually try to picture myself as a dude with a fuckboy haircut and a beard, ginger, and what I would say to, like, you know, that's my fuckboy thing. Like when Fresh and Fit is like, see if you could pick up a girl. I wish they asked me that. I'd do it so good. Hey baby, what are you doing? Where are you from?
That.
I like
That's
that.
hard to find. I feel like out here in Miami, a lot of people get ghosted for sure. I would say my personal experience, like I traveled the country, you know, met a lot of people, and there's definitely some people I ghosted along the way. Not because they were bad people, but you know, you just kind of there's a few people out
So
there.
you're afraid of confrontation? Did that prove it? I ghosted a lot of people. You're lying, Eddie. Eddie's a lover boy, I can tell.
You kind of just gotta let them go.
He's like, maybe, you know what? He would order a Corona with a shot of Bacardi Limon in it. Or, you're like, what? I'm feeling like he is a happy hour michelada. Is that how you pronounce it? Michelada? Michelada? You know the thing. If you know, you know. I feel like he's one of those. Likes that shit. You're like, Tori, you're profiling him. Am I? Is that a Mexican beer? It is. Corona. Everybody drinks Corona, damn it. I didn't say Modelo.
For sure.
If a bartender says you look like you would drink Modelo, then I feel like she is. Bye.
So you don't believe in like communication and telling someone,
I-
hey, with all due respect, just this isn't going anywhere.
Yeah, no, I'm a bitch.
Like, yeah, I love communication, but at the same time, I feel like when you're with them, you communicate enough and you let them know, like, it's not going to work out. Or, like, in my case, I was traveling, meeting a lot of people. I was like, yeah, I'm not looking for anything serious. Then you find those few people that are like, but I can change you. I'm like, oh,
Run,
Okay.
bitch.
Typical.
typical.
Assuming that he's telling the truth. Red flag. Red flag. It's giving fuckboy now. Maybe he's just pretending. But anybody that gives inklings of like fuckboy energy, I'm like, If he gives dad energy, green flag. Even if he's wearing the dad grilling shoes, you know, the white New Balances. I mean, he's a little nerdy looking, but like, he's the one that would keep the fire going in a bonfire. I like that energy.
For sure.
You cannot change anyone.
Like, I'm not going to stop traveling the
Corona.
country just because,
I'm
like,
just kidding.
somebody in South Dakota wants to get to know me. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, wall drug.
like you realize I got to go to Miami.
My favorite beer would have to be, it depends. It depends. Probably a 312 with a little sliver of orange juice at the bottom. Or I was really into 312 or Gumball Head. It's been a minute since I've said that. That is, I think, just an Illinois thing. Spotted Cow. What's some other ones? I like a Corona, but if I'm eating food, which I hardly ever order alcohol with my meals, shocking, I'd probably get a Michelob Ultra, which people are like, it's like water. It's like, you clearly don't know shit about alcohol. You want to go? If anything is water-like, water, fucking old style, warm, been sitting out.
Miami still, right? Like,
W man. All right.
Cool.
All right. So next question. Are you a city person or a country person?
That's a good one.
Country.
So I was born in LA, but I grew up in Iowa. So
I love that.
out here, my friends got to get used to me listening to country music. So I'll still bop some Morgan Wallen, some Luke Combs, and you know,
Yeah, come on now, come on, all about that. Post Malone and Morgan Wallen just came out with a song, so I'll definitely have that going. But I have
What?
to like when certain people show up, it's like, all right, turn that off. So I'd say I still got those country roots in me, but I do love living in the city. There's a lot more to do. You kind of get old. It gets old being in like a cornfield and drinking with your friends. But
Yeah. I'm from Michigan, so I feel the same way where I love going back home to visit, and my friend has like 2 acres with meadows of flowers to attract butterflies. So I love going back home and
If I asked this girl, do you want to go on a trip to Miami for a couple of days? She would go.
doing things like that, but
Obviously.
then also being in the city and having all of the opportunity here is great. So I like a balance of both.
So I'm curious, real quick. We're at a
Mhm.
3-minute mark here. Erica, right? You're 31.
Mhm. Correct.
Why do you think you're still single? You seem very nice, very polite.
Shut up.
Why do you think you're still
Fresh.
single right now?
Because I gave too much time to someone who didn't deserve it and was in an 11-year relationship.
Wow.
Uh, that's a good answer. That's good. Ladies, if they ask you, they want to make sure, if I had to guess, you guys tell me, they want to see you not blame an ex and take responsibility. Like if somebody's like, okay, you're 29, why aren't you married? I'm not mentally stable yet. Why'd your last relationship fail? And I'm not mentally stable. What does that mean for you? I don't know. What does that mean? I'm tired. I'm just not pleasant to be around. I don't know. I am, I don't know. Is that what you guys want to hear? It's like, yeah, it's probably gonna, actually, I don't know. I feel like I've said that. It's never stopped anybody. You guys are desperate. I'm just kidding. No, there's like, no. Like, I'll give an example of something I hear a lot of girls say. Like, why are you still single? Or why did your last relationship not work out? He was a narcissist. Listen, takes one to know one. Okay, take that from me. But like, that doesn't show me that you learned anything, you know? Does it? Why'd your last relationships not work out? Food dump too. Is it ever actually mutual? I don't think it is. Okay, I'll shut up.
Oh, that's a
Wow.
marriage. That's a marriage right there.
Yeah, I was engaged.
Okay.
So
Why'd you guys
that
break up?
probably not can't explain the whole thing in a podcast, but that happened about 3 years ago. So
Mm.
yeah, 2.5 years ago or so. So that's why I've like eased back into dating just because
Green flag. She did not date somebody else right away. Green flag. I actually love that.
I wanted to take some time to just heal
Reset.
from that and reset and decide what
Yeah.
I want for my life and build that. So that's actually why I moved to Miami. So I've been enjoying that, and now that's why open to something. But
Excellent.
You're in the right place
Excellent.
for that.
one thing I can say about that is like when you
Mhm.
live in the Midwest, the lifestyle is like finding love,
different.
like right
yeah, you
out
get
of high
married
school,
young.
get married,
Yeah.
have kids. Like
Mhm.
that's like the lifestyle. So when I realized that was the lifestyle, I was like, I don't think I belong here.
Eddie,
Yeah.
would you be opposed to dating someone older than you?
Not at all.
Okay.
Not at all.
Like
That's typically what I do date. So
No.
He like the
Like-
Cougars. Okay.
Well, make
Maybe
sure.
I-
If he likes cougars, he probably has probably more pleasant in the bedroom. That might just be a stereotype that I made up in my head. But every guy I know that goes for women that are like 2 years older or something, they all seem like good partners.
Eddie, now playing with him.
No,
Okay.
no, this is good. This is good.
We
For
have
sure.
20 seconds left on the clock.
She's not hoeing
Well, I'll
out.
just ask a question right now then. Eddie, would you take Erica to be your first date?
I would say yes, just because like we're both from the Midwest. I feel like we probably have a lot in common, and this 3 minutes just flew by. So gotta get to know somebody, you know.
Nice.
Erica, would you take Eddie to be, take you on a first date?
Yeah, I would be open to that.
All right.
Wait, hold on. Is that yes or no? You're open to it.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Awesome.
Yes.
I knew she wanted to the entire time, but I know that people thought she was off put by him. I know gender dynamics really well, though. She's just shy.
Good,
Are you
good.
both gonna leave here?
Guys, in the chat below, what's your best advice to get a shy girl to open up and stop being so quiet?
And
Yeah.
good job.
Awesome.
Thanks, guys.
Cool.
you.
Yeah.
All right.
Alright.
How was that one?
I loved the foundation of like compatibility they had, like
Mm.
both growing up in the Midwest or, you know, some version of that of country and all that. Like they totally shared that interest.
Mm.
But starting off, man, you can't just say, I don't do humor. Like you got to wing it somehow because humor is so important. It's so,
So,
sexy.
I've heard girls like funny guys. Wink,
Yeah.
wink. So I would add that in there. Maybe, like you said, mix up a little bit because saying you're not funny at all, it's kind of like,
yeah.
no fun stuff. And girls hate to be bored.
yeah.
So if you're gonna bore her, she's gonna be like, you know, I need to be exciting outdoors, have fun or something.
Totalmente, like just exactly like you can't start it like that. Like, oh, actually nothing funny.
But good thing is, I don't think he was nervous like the first guy, Dylan. He was definitely more
Yes,
confident.
Definitely.
The answers need to be more deliberate.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
No, it's good. It was overall good.
All right, welcome.
What's
Well,
up,
We
guys?
have
Thank you.
Jose,
Jose.
Jose and
Crystal.
Crystal. Welcome to the first icebreaker challenge.
Sounds like a drug.
So we're gonna do 5 minutes on the clock.
Crystal
These are here
Jose.
as your life support. If you want them gone, hit the button, and then they're gone. And there's a questions here for you guys if you need help
Leave.
with the actual
Right.
icebreaker.
So we got some icebreakers here prompting you. Oh no, use these ones right here, Crystal.
Oh,
Yeah, those are the last ones. Use them if you want them, or make up your own, whatever you feel comfortable. Yeah. So first, start with your name, your age, and what you do, and
Okay.
why are you looking for love?
Sure.
Ladies
You want me
first,
to go
please.
first? Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
ladies first, gentlemen.
So my name's Crystal. I'm from Florida. I'm an entrepreneur. I own a couple of salons. Oh, I own a couple of salons. My company is called The Face Wardrobe, and yeah,
Awesome.
I'm looking for love because I just feel like I'm at that age.
Are you tired of being independent?
Oh yeah, I've never been built for the independent life. It's not by choice.
I got
I'll
you.
do it because it needs to be done, but it's not by choice.
Okay.
Amen.
Jose?
You know, multi-entrepreneur, I trap, I scam, I do a little something. I'm kidding. I'm totally kidding. I'm totally kidding. I work
Yo.
construction.
You're out. Yo.
He's got humor.
Yeah.
He's got humor. That's
He's
good.
funny.
Can we rewind it? I feel like I wasn't paying attention. I want to know. Sorry, y'all.
You're out.
You know, multi-entrepreneur, I trap, I scam, I do a little something. I'm kidding. I'm totally kidding. I'm totally kidding. I work
Yo.
construction.
You're out.
So he's a construction worker. Are you like an excavator? What are you? It says a lot about you. I know every man's possible occupation and everything it says about you. If you're an extrovert, you do a lot of cocaine, you probably have a drinking problem, minor, you get a six-pack after work every day. Yeah. And you like Truly Black Cherry.
He's got humor.
Yeah.
He's got humor. That's
He's
good.
funny.
That's good.
That's good.
It's
And
not
try
up
that.
to
And
last
She's
time.
laughing. She's laughing
And on
already.
the next episode of Fed Reacts.
All right, brother, go ahead.
Now I'm looking for love because Tinder don't work. You feel me? So how are you? But you have a very infectious smile. It's the
Thank
most beautiful
you.
smile I've seen in that room.
Oh wow, thank
Yeah.
you so much.
Okay. Confidence. All right. We'll start on the clock. 5 minutes. Let's go.
A woman that says thank you and smile. I think I like her energy despite being an independent biatch. She's very feminine. When I hear about women owning salons, from my experience, I don't know many, but there's some that pop in my head. They're usually hot and they don't like the drama. However, if you work in a salon as like a stylist, you're batshit, probably BPD a little bit, no therapy, but you wear cute shoes and you're hot.
Actually, I want to start with this question. Have you ever
Guys,
ghosted someone?
He is not simping. He's gaming her. Big difference.
Oh, definitely.
That's interesting. Yeah? Why?
Yeah.
Really?
You know, it's just that toxicity. You got to run from it. I feel like a lot of us are used to toxicity. It's like our norm. And so if I notice like toxic traits,
Yeah.
Imagine we're not here. Look just like
oh,
I do.
okay,
yeah.
perfect.
Yeah, no, men are creepy. I see that. I
Yeah.
felt that.
Mhm.
I think I've ghosted a couple of people myself, but I was in high school. I didn't know how to talk to people, so that's how that pretty much went.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just went on a couple dates, asked them a couple questions, and then literally walked off. And I had to see them in class the next day, so it was kind of weird. But other than that, I haven't done that since because I'm grown up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. I was gonna say, have you ghosted anyone as an adult?
Nah, because then you
Okay.
have to see them the
Yeah.
next day. You know what I'm saying? Somehow, some way, you bump into them. Florida's too small.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay. So, I like this one. What are your pet peeves?
Oh, I
Um,
already know. Let's guess what he would say. What are your pet peeves? People who have bad attitudes, materialistic. What else?
disorganization,
I know.
man, and
Okay, so he knows she is a type A woman. See, I feel like he's gaming her. He knows she's a type A woman, so he knows she's going to be organized. So his pet peeve is going to be opposite. Do you guys do that?
when somebody texts me if I got a dime at 3 a.m. while I'm asleep, that's crazy. I can't be doing
Oh,
that. No, I'm
stop.
kidding. I'm kidding. I'm totally kidding. But
Yo, son. This is crazy.
no, just miscommunication is a big one. I really think that communication kind of solves a
Okay,
lot
so he's giving the feminist answers. I guess that works too.
of problems. Without communication, you have a bunch of breeding ground for violence, and that's what most of our problems as humans
What?
is. So I try to kind of derail from that and try to bring in a lot of communication, be very open, honesty. I've lost a lot of things because of my honesty, but hey, I'm still here. So I've won
This
the
guy
appropriate
doesn't
things.
have,
Yeah.
this guy, I know for a fact, not actually, but I bet you this guy does not have a control on their possessiveness and their emotions. And they will assume that, I don't know, anytime I hear a guy say miscommunication, all it makes me think of is like the batshit Marine. No offense. Love you. But like, you know, it's giving possessive, like unhinged. Fun, but unhinged. I don't know. But I might be reading way too
I
much
can relate
into
to
it.
that. I feel like a lot of people don't really know how to take my personality because I'm very honest and it's very like
Felt that.
for
That's a lazy way of, I'm just so honest. I'm just so blunt. You don't have manners is what that is. I don't know. Red flag for me.
word and blunt. So sometimes it can be
They're
like
usually control freaks in like female world. These are your bridezillas. And communication to them is the same. Until you do what I want to do, we've been communicating bad.
it could seem a little rude if you don't really know the person. So I can relate to
You
Real
do
quick.
well in New York.
Give,
that.
give me an example of telling someone the truth where it was came across maybe as rude.
Oh man.
Man,
let
I
me
got a ton of
think.
them.
Stop.
that's
Yeah.
first
No,
one.
ladies first,
That's
of
the
course.
first one.
There you go.
Oh my God. You know when you have to think of an answer, you can never think of it. But let me just let him go first. I know ladies are first, but yeah.
Okay, so usually,
Guy's card declines. And he's with a big group of people. Actually, that wouldn't be being honest. I do like shit that makes it so he knows that it didn't go through. I'll be like, this card, what did I used to say? Oh, you gave me the wrong card. And then that usually, if they're smart, will be like, oh shit. Because I don't want to embarrass them. Or what I'll do is I'll circle, like I'm too awkward, I would circle declined there and like hold on to their card so that they would put a different one down.
I kind of gotten to understand that like there's people that say just brutal things to kind of feel empowered, and then there's the actual truth. So my thing is I I kind of give bland answers and people take them the wrong way. So I had a friend who she likes she likes to get a bunch of group of people together and take them to different churches, and then she asks us what do we think about this church. So I've been to a couple of them and I've witnessed it. So I'm saying, man, if this church is nice, the message, everything is great, but if it wanted to be this church, they should have just did that. And she got so upset, and my other friend was like, man, you should think about your answer. But I'm like, why did she ask me about what I thought? You know what I'm saying? And I haven't said like this church is trash. I didn't say anything about the denomination whatsoever. I'm just giving my observation in terms of look and feel. You know what I'm saying? But I said it was hot though. The message was hot. I got it. But whatever.
Okay. I actually do remember
Message was hot. That's funny.
a time. So I work in a salon.
Mhm.
I own a couple salons, Face Wardrobe in the building.
My
Okay.
mama used to do that too.
But I work at a salon and I made friends with a girl, and one day she came in with this red sweater, and I just told her, I was like, Heather, I don't really like you in red. And I wasn't trying to be malicious at all. I was just like, I don't think that's
like,
your
that's
color.
not her color.
Yeah.
Yeah. I felt
Red is not anybody's color, technically, actually. Yeah. Yeah, that's just mean behavior. You should never comment on somebody's looks unless they ask you your opinion, like in your clothes. Like when you go out of your way to be like, I don't think that looks good on you, is passive aggressive. Like you couldn't find something positive to say, so now you want to make me feel insecure. You know what I mean? I don't think people point that behavior out enough. I don't think it's nice to say that I'm just too honest. I think you lack manners and you're mean.
I felt like because she's kind of has these red and pink undertones, like red is just like making you look more red. So I just was telling her like, girl, I don't think that's your color. I feel like I'm really good at like style and beauty. And she took it so offensively.
And also red, everybody knows, at least a lot of girls know, style, whatever. Red draws all the attention to you. You can look like shit in a red dress, but be banging just because it's in red. So it's almost like you're insecure and you don't want me to wear it because it takes the attention off of you. Female social dynamics.
Our friendship almost ended, but I had to tell her like, girl, I would never say anything to intentionally like hurt your feelings. And then, we made friends.
So we weren't intentionally, we made friends. It's like, what was the purpose of that though? Were you actually, what was she going to change into? The only thing you do is make them feel uncomfortable.
Friends again, but that's just a little example.
Yeah, and they all want that friend to be honest and tell us, but I'll take it. No, you
They
won't.
don't really want the honesty.
Yeah, no, you don't. You don't want that.
They
Shit,
don't.
You want that.
You guys are both honest, right?
Yeah.
So you're honest?
Yeah.
I don't know. Something about that gives like narcissism. Maybe I'm just tweaking.
What is something someone could do on the first date to turn you off?
Try to kiss me.
Oh, so you won't kiss on the first date?
I don't kiss on the first date.
Making rules. Just makes rules for betas. Listen, if she never kissed on the first date ever in her life, beautiful. Have your rule. I don't have an issue with that. I have an issue when you do it because you're doing it to protect yourself. Right now, to me, that tells me you have baggage when you make rules like that. Because it's like, what if you decide you really like them? You're not going to kiss them? Now it starts to get manipulative. Now it starts to, what's the word? Like women have like a strategy in mind. I don't know there's a word for that. I don't know why I'm blanking.
I just don't. It's
Nigga,
just...
what? Yo, wait.
That's no, I
Jose,
agree with
you
that. I agree with that. Look. First and
Everyone's
foremost,
got
wait.
their boundaries.
It's Miami.
No, what's the word? Y'all, what is the word where it's like you have a goal in mind and you're going to get that goal? What the fuck is the word? I can't think of it. Like the video if you haven't liked it already. You are like when you talk about game, like there's a word for it.
So it's a nasty city, and it's a
Period.
real nasty city. Like
Yes.
even if you're not at booby trap, it's a real nasty city. But
Methodical, something like that.
I told you I'm from the trap. But anyway, when you kind of get to see, when you kind of get to see like what goes down in Miami, yeah, like just hold my hand for now. We'll wait till that third date.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually like men that don't try to kiss me on the first date.
Yeah, that's hard.
Yeah, where
yeah,
are
I
they
see
now?
that. I see that.
I have so many questions.
What's up?
Okay, hold on.
No, there's
How
like a
would you know he's
bad word.
really into you if he doesn't go for the actual, you feel me, like affection? How would you know he's like, he might just want to be a friend, he's just cool? How would you?
I want to answer that for her.
Oh, you got it?
I feel like a man should have that answer, but
Love his
I-
confidence.
calculated.
a little some
Calculated.
call it the Henny, but anyway. So I feel like it's in the conversation. A man, when he wants something that he goes after it, he chases it, he asks questions around it, how to get into it, how to get if I really like a girl, I want to know what makes her laugh. I want to know her favorite color. I want to know what's her favorite food when she's upset. I want to know what's her favorite show that she could binge, or what's the type of show that she could binge. I want to know all those things. You know what I'm saying? Because if you don't, at the end of it, somebody told me that at the end of it, when you get like 60, 70, or maybe older, I don't know how much, what age it is for men, but like your body parts start working. You feel me? You ain't gonna be horny for this person no more. So you got to
As
come up with a
much.
conversation.
Who's
And
gonna tell him about nursing homes and STDs?
back then, like sitting on a porch with your partner
If you not trying to fuck me at 90, I don't want it. I'd rather die alone.
was like a cool thing. You know what I mean? So, when you get there and you're old, you sitting on a porch looking out, what are you going to be talking about? Is it
Thank
gonna
you for the super chat. Keep your girl off OnlyFans one shot at a time. Excel Self says, who turned Torshaa red pill? Money for your kiddos. Thank you. Thank you so much. But funny.
be that same sexual conversation that y'all had in the beginning? Or, if it's really like a good partner, he should be really into you and want to know that these conversations could go on forever and it feel like it's been 5 minutes, but it's 8 hours. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
Yo, Jose, you're a
Great.
good talker, bro.
This is
Appreciate
good.
that.
This is
Appreciate
good.
that.
He's gaming. He's just in it for he's just trying to fuck.
This nigga Jose know
Did
we
you
do it right now.
practice?
Okay, so that's the time right there. Before we end
Damn,
this,
that was 3 minutes.
Wow.
Yeah, like, just-
She's absolutely gonna say yes because he made her feel a certain way.
that's right.
Yeah.
So, Jose, would you take Crystal on a first date?
100%. 100%. I already got the place and everything.
Oh.
Yeah. No, don't worry about it.
Confidence is on
Don't worry
point,
about
boy.
it. Yeah.
Crystal, would you go on a first date with him?
I would, yes.
Yeah. Lit.
I like that little tooth right
Appreciate that. Somebody told me not to fix it. J. Cole, yeah.
Is that a
How
fresh
tall
match?
do you think
Okay.
he is? What do you think his height is?
I think it's a
Definitely
fresh
making.
match.
Definitely.
Okay.
Oh, I like.
Thanks for your time.
Thank
This is
you.
actually
This
really
is
funny and
awesome.
insightful.
See how he made that fun? Like that was fun.
Yeah, you should
Yeah.
learn from this actual example here, but go ahead. We'll come back to you.
This is good. Thanks, guys.
Thank you guys. Thank you
Yeah.
guys for having me.
So, MK.
Okay, well, first and foremost, if
First
there are
notes.
any men, which is I know all of the viewers are probably men at this point.
Yeah.
Please take
We got a
notes.
couple girls in
Please
here.
take notes. All right, yeah, to the ladies too. But for the men of this, take notes what he was doing. I
Yeah.
thought he was just catering, like not in a weird way. You know what I'm saying?
So, typically on a date, you want to get to know the person and ask questions. What he was doing, he was filling the blanks for her so she could talk, be comfortable.
Yeah.
And as a result, she was laughing, she was chill, she was laid back, and he lowered her defenses by just
Absolutely.
being genuine and being funny.
Yeah.
And I think if you're funny enough with a girl on a date and she's responding to it positively, then you can, you know what, you can ask her anything.
If you're like, I don't know how to be funny on a date, this is going to seem counterproductive. I've said it many times before. Is saying the outrageous serial killer thing actually like works? It's like, now I'm going to turn her off. Like going up to a girl, just being like, there's something about the bear. Would you be in a forest with a man or a bear? Careful. I have a knife on me. Like literally out loud. Like, it's like, what's the difference between saying it that way and then saying it like, what could go wrong? If you say it even remotely nervously, you're creepy, right? So the louder you project your voice, like you are deliberately saying it that way, nobody in their right mind would like actually say, you know what I mean? So it's like so outrageous and so funny, in my opinion. Like, like when you see TikToks, the girls are like, this guy was so creepy. It's not because he said something like that. It's because he inferred it. So he's like kind of got a hood on. He's like maybe just like emotionless. Just like she noticed you were staring at her from across the room and you slowly approach. There's a vibe. I can't explain it. There's a vibe. You can't come up to my car at 3 o'clock in the morning when I have my windows down from a house with no lights on. Damn, you're so beautiful. Can I get your number, sir? Read a room. Okay? I feel like you're gonna murder me. Okay? That's just some of my tips. But like the crazier sounding, the better.
Because
Definitely.
she can be
She's feeling
comfortable.
comfortable. Exactly.
That's fact.
Exactly.
That's
No,
first
and
style.
it wasn't too much, by the way, because
Yeah.
I've seen some guys who are like slow, like put the
And they're
brakes on the
forcing it.
humor.
He didn't
Yeah.
force it.
No. But he also got deep too. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't just keeping it at the surface of funny. I just want to make her laugh. No,
Yeah.
it was good. Good. It was depth. Yeah. Welcome back, guys.
Okay, so this
Welcome
is
back.
the round here. We're gonna do a little bit different. So Dylan and it was Emily, right?
Mhm.
Do you want to switch with anybody,
Yeah.
or do you want to stay
Agree and
as this couple?
amplify.
Anyone here in the room? Do you want to switch?
I'm fine with saying.
Do you want to switch?
No.
Okay, perfect. Oh, this is getting serious now.
Look at him. He's so excited.
Okay,
I like
so
it.
I love men. Like nothing makes me smile more than watching the moment where they're rewarded for something because everything is like a challenge to them. Like literally one of my favorite pastimes is watching just like, can you help me with something? Yeah. He's just so excited. And when he does a good job and she's like, thank you. He's like, yeah, no problem. Do you need any other help? Sorry.
here's the actual rules for this round. This is the first date. Dylan, you're taking her out. Pick the time and place where you want to take her, and then we're gonna make it very romantic. I see. Melissa, bring in the special item.
Go ask Icy. She knows.
Yeah, she knows.
Yeah.
But before we begin this part of the segment, Dylan and Emily, in your experience, why do you think that you're single?
I think I'm single because I just want to explore my options out there, and I'm still. I've been developing who I am and explore myself as a person.
This is
And
such a
just-
missed opportunity. He's so handsome. He just needs a little bit of some social cues. Why do you think that you're single? Because I'm manipulative. I'm annoying. I will show up at your house at 2 o'clock in the morning, just waiting with my binocular, just like waiting for you to get home. I will drive by your work, like being absolutely insane. Even better, doing something like, oh, why do you think that you're single? Because I'm toxic. I've been called a narcissist. So I have a tendency to love bomb, triangulate, Hoover, and like literally all this fucking. There's like a cycle for narcissists doing that, and then like going ghost and not stonewalling, So yeah, haven't gone to therapy. I don't need it. Something like narcissistic would have been such a missed opportunity. G.
Been traveling and seeing what the world is like. So now that
Beta.
I've experienced a lot, I'm looking to get deeper into dating.
Okay, Emily.
I mean, I feel like I'm not that old. Like I'm only 26, which some people are married by now, but not
If a
me.
guy asks me now, like, oh, why do you think you're single? And he like knows me from YouTube, I'm going to say, because I'm about to hit the I'm single because I ran out of time fucking a bunch of chads in my early 20s and all the bad boys, that now I'm looking for a solid beta who's gonna come in and clean up the mess. Something like my standards are way too high. I'm a 10, and yeah. You're gonna be a spinster cat lady with boxed wine. Don't threaten me with a good time, king. Okay.
And I think every relationship or dating experience I've had thus far, I've kind of needed to develop more as a person. And so yeah, I feel good about how much I have grown at this point in my life, but there obviously is still more.
You're talking a lot of growing, lady, but you're not being specific. Growing tits? Like, what are we doing? What do you mean by growth? Like, I get it. You're motivational, good vibes, love it. But like, tell me the worst thing about you. That's what I would say to this one. Tell me your worst quality. And if she takes something and turns it into a positive, like it's a fucking job interview, call a friend right now. Call your sister. I want to ask her. I want to ask her something. Losing her up.
Growing that
You tell me I can't pick up women. I think I could. And I'm not talking me as a woman. I've seen myself with a male filter on. I can pass really fucking well. I want to dress up as a dude, full body makeup, fat suit, something, and I want to have a mic on me and go club to fucking club and be mystery for a day. I would do so well. I would, yeah, y'all would learn.
I and everyone needs to do. And so I hope that the next relationship I have is like it for me, but
Nice.
there's also a possibility that it won't be, and I'll take that as it comes.
Okay, so we'll begin this segment
Good
here.
answers.
Here's the candle of love
Here
in the
we go.
center,
Here we go.
as you
Here we
can see.
go.
And it's Fresh Fits collaboration, only candles. All right.
I would take that candle and then start up to her face. Sorry, I'm trying to get rid of the demon or something. She's gonna be like, that's not that. You have to use sage. Ha ha ha. Thanks for qualifying yourself to me. I'm such a game star. I'm a player.
We'll begin the timer. 5 minutes on the clock. Let's go.
All right.
Music.
Well, I have a date planned out. Are you into museums?
No, but I'm willing.
That's good because I'm not into museums that much either.
This needs some music.
So, how do you like the beach?
I do.
Wait, he goes, okay, he's nervous. Totally fine, G. Do you like museums? I was like, dude. It's like, whatever he said. She was like, yeah, I do. She's too positive. I want to know something dark about her. Are you into witchy shit? Into like, what's your sign? See, that's such a good thing because then you could learn what she relates to as the like weaknesses with each sign, so you know her soft spots. But he's like, do you want to go to a museum? Do you like museums? She's like, yeah. He's like, and he thought she said no. Okay, do you want to go to the beach instead? Let's see.
Enjoy the beach.
Okay, so let's go to the beach.
Hold on. Dylan, I'm help here, brother. You plan the date. She comes along. She can't say anything because you're planning the date. You're paying. You're the guy. You're taking charge, brother.
Okay.
Tell her where you're going, and this is
Details.
it. We're on the date in real time. What's happening? Time, place, where we're
All right.
going.
I'm gonna be at the beach at 2:00. Come join me.
Okay, sounds good.
No. Not bad. Not bad. But here's how you want to make a girl what? Okay, you have to come up with the first date. Mhm. Do they live near each other? I'm going to send an Uber and I'm going to send an Uber to your place tomorrow at 7 p.m. Actually, I should take that back. Probably like 10 p.m. You're going to text me around 8 p.m. like, I'm going to be late even, and while you're trying to stand me up for an hour. So I'm going to send it at like this time. And then, I don't know, wear jeans and heels because I'm not telling you the rest. Something like that. Or like, I feel like she's a wine girly. But never ask permission, just give notice. Slippery slope in this fucking dating temperature, whatever you call it. I don't know. Scare her a bit with love, with fun.
All right, so
All right.
we'll start here. Candlelight dinner on the beach. Is that cool?
Yeah.
Or lunch. Picnic.
Imagine we're not here, just two you guys talking on the sand.
It must
James-
be nice and it must be fun to be normal and be able to like eat in front of strangers. Can't relate.
Sandy feet, all that stuff. Let's run it.
Hey, it's great to see you.
It's great to see you too.
You want to walk down to the water area?
Stop
Sounds
asking
good.
fucking permission. No, I don't actually carry my ass. Now it's weird.
Let's set up this picnic. I got some meat. Do you like meat?
I do.
hope you're not vegan.
I'm
Or-
not a vegan. I
Okay,
will
that's
never
good.
be a vegan.
Cool. And some fruit too. Let's set this up.
Amazing. Got a little charcuterie situation going
Yeah.
on.
All
I'm a
right.
fan.
All right, we set it up. Cool. It looks pretty nice, right?
It does. You did a great job.
Here, you can have the first piece.
Oh, that's so sweet.
He has a food kink. I'm out. You know how many dudes at the bar were like, "Are you hungry?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I am." They're like, "Order whatever you want." I'm just like, "You're trying to watch me eat something. I'm not stupid." Hold on.
Of you.
Here, you can eat it. Cool. So
Let's fuck.
it's been a while since I've seen you at the Fresh and Fit podcast.
Yeah.
How have you been since then?
I've been pretty good. Yeah.
Ugh, boring. Okay, listen, you've been on your best behavior. But I know that you're not. I know that you're crazy. I know there's something about you that's unhinged, and I want to know what it is. And poke at her.
Not a whole lot has changed. Still thriving. And yep, still here. How about you?
Yeah, I've been chilling, thinking about you maybe a little bit, not too much.
Thinking about putting a baby in you, you have to say something fucking outrageous. Trust me. I know it sounds insane, but can you just trust me?
So, done anything exciting since then?
Since about 20 minutes ago?
No, since the Fresh and Fit podcast. You done anything
a while
eventful?
ago.
Yeah.
A while ago.
Yeah.
Yes. I have been hanging out with my cats.
Oh wow.
You know what they say about a woman with cats? Single and childless. I'm just kidding. I think I'm hilarious.
How many cats do you have?
Well,
It's a bad
remember how
Like
I
six
told you
kittens,
that?
right?
Yeah. So
Yeah,
technically,
and
I
then-
have 7 cats.
See,
Right?
it would be good to know about. So she found a kitten or something, and I know within the kitten cat community, there's this thing. I've seen it on TikToks, and they'll be like, the cat what is it? The cat distribution system chose you. Essentially, everybody who has a cat gets chosen by a cat. So everybody that owns one, it's because the cat found them. So doing something with that, I don't know. Do you think I would get laid?
Now I will not permanently have 7 cats, but I became an overnight cat lady, it seems.
How many
So-
kittens are you giving away so
Talk about divine intervention. Is that what she said earlier?
far?
I'm planning to give away all of them except one.
Except
Oh.
one.
Except one. Yeah. Are you in the market for a kitten?
Potentially.
Potentially.
Yours. Show me that kitty. I just can't. I can't. I wouldn't. If I was him, I would not do that. Not there. But she's a freak. I know for sure.
I'm not too sure about that though.
Okay, well,
Taking care of a kitten is a lot of work.
it is.
No,
it
it's
is.
not. They don't do shit. They'll do it themselves. At like 4 in the morning because they're annoying as shit. But other than that, you come here, kitty. Bye, bitch. Like, no.
They're also too young to be separated from their mom still, so we could revisit this topic in about
Oh, look, you take kittens from their mother. No, I have the mom. Prove it. I don't know. This conversation's boring me.
8 weeks.
Sounds good. You want to go in the water?
Okay.
I can just see he's visualizing her naked, and it's concerning me. Everything he's saying tells me you haven't been laid, which is fine, at least like recently. But it's giving like you think you're getting somewhere by asking me these horrible questions. She's being very friendly, but she is. I'm a friendly bitch. she's faking it. She's laughing at all his jokes. We do that when we don't want to make you feel uncomfortable. I stopped giving a fuck. I'm just like, that wasn't funny. But then I usually find it funny.
Let's try it out.
Let's not.
Sounds good.
Cool. This water is like, it's pretty cold. Actually, let's go back to the sand.
Okay.
I don't want to be here.
That's a
Do you think he might be on the
good
not on the spectrum, but like a little bit neurodivergent? I feel like he's taking this entire thing very literally. It's kind of cute.
good plan. I wanted to ask you a question. I was curious about your business and how long ago you started it.
Yeah, I started about almost 2 years ago. It started off as a photography business, but it slowly evolved
yeah.
into image and brand consulting. So I help individuals elevate their personal brand online and also
Have you
help
ever had a girl ask you to take nude photos of her? Loosen him up.
them with coaching and real life as well. So self-improvement and then just making sure that they're really optimizing their opportunities in life and generating the most leads possible and just becoming the best version of themselves.
Very cool. What do you find is like the most rewarding part of that?
Just being able to help people, being able to help them transform and seeing the results that puts them into the person they want to be and just seeing that happen. So I think that's really cool. And then I also learn a lot myself, being able to work with others. I learn a lot of new techniques and
The only thing I like about photographers, hi Bart, love you, is that they can see beauty in so many like cool ways. Like when I used to do shoots, I literally only work with one photographer. I would feel so fucking ugly. We would do a shoot. And I'm just like, that's me. You haven't added it yet? Like, yeah, you banging. Love that vibe. But like, I heard they cheat. And I just, either they cheat or they're creepy and hold on to like photos of girls. Man with camera. Okay. I already told you guys there's an entire industry where to learn how to talk to women, they will do these like photography model workshops with like amateur models who think that they're, oh, we're going to get all our photos taken. And really, it's just a bunch of socially awkward men who are like trying to do photography. They're trying to pick you up. They're trying to learn how to talk to you. There's nothing worse, in my opinion, for a man learning to talk to women than having them being half naked. Like, these men need to be surrounded by women in burqas. Like, be calm. Like, they get distracted by titties. Okay.
you
I'll
know, I
shut
also
up.
have friends that makes me accountable to do better as well. So it's like almost creating a good while I'm in business too. So it's pretty cool.
That's super cool. That's awesome. I think it's really important to have like community around you as you're doing those things. I think entrepreneurship can be really lonely. Yeah, so I think that's
Yeah,
really
but the people that do it love it. The only people that succeed in entrepreneurship, it's like they're cool being shit. They like it. Like work, hell yeah. Let me not think about all my past traumas.
cool that you've got a community with you.
Yeah.
Very cool.
And what about you? How long have you been doing your business?
Yeah, it's been
6 years.
about a couple years as well. So got like a similar trajectory, it seems.
Didn't
with our
she already
businesses.
say?
And yeah, started about a couple years ago.
Okay, guys.
Okay,
I want to-
MK made the call here. She's calling the day off.
I want to give some feedback. So I noticed
Do you guys think he escalated at all?
you loosened up when you started talking more about yourself, but you felt a little bit more rigid, just with her in general. Did you feel rigid?
Yeah, I might be, a little nervous, little
I get that.
I could
totally
tell
get that.
too.
Yeah.
You're a bit nervous. I could tell.
Mhm. Yeah, I totally get that.
Understandable.
Do you feel that way on most first dates?
Yeah, I
Like
think
if you haven't really known
These are the type of dudes. Oh God, sorry, girl.
this person,
These
maybe
are the type of dudes. There's girls too that do well with scripting. This is an instance where I'd be like, have a couple scripts. The strawberry field is a good one. Like, okay, let's say you saw a field of strawberries and there's a fence. How tall is the fence? And she's gonna be like, I don't know, like 6 feet. Okay. You enter the field of strawberries. How many do you pick? You're starving. You haven't eaten. And she's like, I don't know, like 4. 4? Yeah, like, I don't know, more? How many? The whole field? Okay. And then the guy that owns the strawberry field, the farmer, comes out. What do? Run away? I don't know. Do you tell him you ate all the strawberries? No. Okay. The end of that, it's so the fence height determines how hard it is for you to resist temptation. Okay, are you more the taller the fence to climb, the more boundaries you have in place. But the shorter the fence, you're easily tempted. And the amount of strawberries you ate determines how many people you would cheat on me with. And how you respond to the farmer is how you will respond to me, or something like that. That used to be an urban legend in the red pill space as a guaranteed way to fuck a woman if you did this thing. Crazy. There's the cube. Probably you've heard the cube. How big is the cube? Where is it? What's inside the cube?
We just like, hey, you want to meet?
But anybody else that I give that advice to, they use it in that manipulative way to try to fuck them. But like guys like this, having like a story that they know to ask, and it allows the person to answer it in the moment. They don't have to like, oh, I've been at my job for 6 years. Like, how many strawberries, bitch? You know, something like that. It's a lot more playful and it looks more organic, but at the same time, it's not. So it puts you at ease.
Tonight or tomorrow.
Oh,
Like,
we have a quick intermission here with someone wants to say something.
Sean, the cube method was in the PUA space.
Oh, what are you saying? Oh,
way
he's saying it
more
right now?
back in the day.
Okay. Durag Myron?
You butchered that. I know. Sorry.
Durag Myron ranted from Rumble and says actual NPC chatting LMAO.
He's saying that you're NPC. Just because you're talking like kind of like robotic in a
I
way.
should not have access
Sorry, go
to
ahead.
these
Oh, I feel
photos.
that.
okay, yeah. So you feel it, yeah. So you understand it. And then yeah, like just a piece of advice, you know. Women, of course, love to be asked questions, you know, like who doesn't, you know? And so it's like when something like about like the 6 kittens, like, hey, so remember you're doing the 6 kittens, like, you know, like, what's that like? Like, that must be like, what are you up all night? Is it like 6 babies? Like, you know, like ask a little bit more information seeking questions because then she's like, oh, wow, he's taking intention and actually cares. Yeah.
So listen, this is from me to you as a guy.
Just out of curiosity, because my dog has to go outside, I'm going to leave you with a riddle. What is so fragile that saying its name will make it break? Don't cheat. What is so fragile that saying its name will make it break? Like the video, comment, subscribe. I'll be back. Do you guys like this stuff? I don't know. You guys tell me your thoughts about the fresh and fit thing. And I'm coming, Lokai, in the comments below. Okay, I'm so awkward. Throw the whole bitch away.